All right, thank you very much, Bob Costa. Seems you and Trumpy managed to hook up with an exciting game every weekend. So the Jets come up a loser to the Seattle Seahawks. 6 times they have teed it up against Seattle. All 6 times the Jets have come up empty. Seattle comes up a winner over the Jets by a final score of 27-23. What does that do to the standings in the AFC East? It's turned it into a Miami kind of affair, because having beaten the Patriots earlier in the day, the Dolphins are now at 9-4-1 in sole possession of first place. The Jets drop back to 8-5-1. They are a full game back. And the team that could move into just a half game out of first in the second place all alone, the Buffalo Bills. They are playing on the coast against the San Diego Chargers and leading them 28-27. Let's go out there. Dick Enberg and Merlin Olsen.
We welcome those fans who have watched the action from the Kingdom as the Seattle Seahawks upset the New York Jets for the second time this year. Dave Craig, the unknown from Milton. His first start for Jim Zorn, throws 2 touchdown passes and runs for another to upset the Jets, and Miami is all alone, first place in the AFC East. Here San Diego trying to avoid the upset, and it's Muncy, a first down at the Buffalo 48. Muncy, perhaps out of exhaustion, may be injured. Also is undoubtedly tired. He has been a workhorse.
And he's gone over 100 yards on those last 2 rushes. He is still on the ground. I think he may be hurt.
The clock stopped with 3 minutes and 4 seconds left. What a day today again. Upsets again frequent in the NFL.
Let's see if we can see what happened to Muncy. Starts inside and just with that little glide step breaks outside. Rufus Best, number 28, the man responsible for containment, able to get outside on him. Let's see if he there's a hit right there on his legs. Romes, not Romes, but Mario Clark, number 29, banging into his legs. And it appeared that Muncy may have injured his leg a little bit, but he's moving pretty good as he comes back across the field. Man on the left-hand side of your picture, Rick McDonald, the trainer for the San Diego Chargers. Team doctor also out there, and Muncy picks it up and runs off the field. Wow, listen to that.
Muncy, for those of you who have joined us late, scored a rushing touchdown early in the game, his 19th of the year to tie the National Football League record. Now sharing it with Earl Campbell and Jim Taylor, the great Green Bay back. 28-27, the clock running, 2:48 left. Fouts going for it all, looking for Chandler. And almost intercepted by Charles Romes. He was in position, and Chandler did a good job of knocking it away from the defensive back.
Excellent read by number 26, Charles Romes. Let's watch the way a good defensive back must work against an explosive receiver. The little fake inside, little zigging up. Romes not fooled at all. He's got interception on his mind. Gotta believe that the officials, if they had really been living up to the letter of the law, might have thrown a flag on Chandler. But that's a tough one to call.
Dan Fouts now is 27 for 41 passing, 328 yards, over the 300-yard mark again. Couple of touchdowns, 1 interception. That's the only interception of the day. From the 48 of Buffalo, under pressure. Great throw to Joyner. First down at the 34. That's Joyner's 7th catch today.
Very few quarterbacks in the NFL, very few receivers would have been able to complete this pass. Fouts throws to the spot. That ball was in the air before Joyner even made the cut. Fouts under great pressure, had to throw before he wanted to. Was able to get the ball off right into the hands of Charlie Joyner, and what an important first down.
Joyner now needs only 18 more catches. He'll have 500 in his sensational career. He'd become the 10th man to ever do it. Brooks, he hasn't been used much at all, and he doesn't get much to about the 32-yard line. He drew a crowd led by Lucius Sanford, 57, veteran Bill Simpson, 45. Here comes Muncy back into the game.
2 minutes and 12 seconds, 2 minutes and 10, counting down to that 2-minute warning. We may get it before the next play. And what kind of drama are we building here? Buffalo ahead by 1. Ball creeping in on field goal range for Ralph Bernerska. And there we have it, the 2-minute warning, Dick.
So with 120 seconds left, Dan Fouts and the Chargers, although down by 1, appear to be in the driver's seat. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 32 of Buffalo. As this game draws to an exciting climax, a reminder the executive producer of NBC Sports is Don Ohlmeyer. Coordinating producer NFL Football Ted Nathanson. Today's telecast produced by Larry Cirillo, directed by Dick Klein. Technical director Wayne McDonald, associate director Jim Marcioni, and all the rest of the great NBC crew here in San Diego bringing you the coverage today. Our thanks also to our spotters Tim Sexton, Bill Edwards, helping in the booth, Bob Sexton and Paul Green. Dan Fouts, 2nd and 8 at the Buffalo 32. Muncy fumbles, and Buffalo recovers at the 25-yard line. A long-time Muncy nemesis, the fumble, and he's been able to hang on to the football this year. And here in a critical spot, he had moved for big yardage, and Rufus Best picked up the loose ball, and Buffalo, with 1:52 left, will try to run out the clock. It appeared to be Ben Williams who knocked the ball free, and Best recovered.
Almost a stunned silence. Muncy got great blocking up front from Masick, White, from Wilkerson, but he takes a hard blow from Freeman there. Ball pops loose. Best had it on the bounce, and what a tremendous break for the Buffalo Bills. They only have to hang on to that football for 1:52 now. Muncy coming off very, very slowly. 2 trainers for the Chargers easing him off the field. What a sad way to end up such a tremendous offensive performance as he has had today, Dick. Over 100 yards, tying the all-time NFL scoring record, rushing.
But on the other hand, Merlin, with 1:52 left, and we'll have to check on timeouts remaining. I believe San Diego has 2 left. They still conceivably can get the ball back.
They certainly can, Dick, and that's the pressure now shifting to the defensive unit of the Chargers. Obviously, Chuck Knox, Ray Prohaska getting their heads together on the other sideline. If they have their way, they'll probably run the clock out, run the ball, try and get a first down. I think maybe 1 first down would be all they would need to run the clock out.
And Bills break huddle. Joe Cribbs and Curtis Brown are the running backs behind Joe Ferguson. Frank Lewis in tight, number 82. Cribbs. And Glenn Edwards came up from the safety spot to tackle him at the 25, and immediately a timeout called by San Diego.
By number 51, Woodrow Lowe.
Cribbs, who was out of action for a couple of weeks with a broken ribs. You see the flak jacket underneath. According to Joe Costanza's statistics, 36 yards rushing today.
The San Diego Chargers down now to their last timeout. Chuck Knox pacing nervously, and obviously very important now that you hang on to the football. Jack Pardee, the man just to the right of Don Coryell, and he obviously will be exhorting his troops to try and take that football away, strip it.
Now let's go back to Bryant Gumbel in New York.
All right, Dick, continuing our look at earlier action today, take a look at this one. Dick Vermeil wanted a timeout against the Redskins. His Eagles were leading 13-9. He couldn't get it. Jaworski didn't see it. Jaworski also didn't find his receiver. He also didn't tackle Monty Coleman. Make a long story short, the Redskins beat the Eagles 15-13. And it was a bad day in the Meadowlands for the Rams. Matter of fact, it's been a bad season for the Rams. They lost their 5th straight ball game and lost all hope of making the playoffs. It was 7-7 when Frank Corral punted it away to Leon Bright. Bright brought it back 52 yards. The Giants got a field goal, and they beat the Rams 10-7. Let's go back to Dick and Merlin in San Diego.
All right, Bryant, 28-27, Buffalo in the driver's seat, 2nd down play, and Ferguson going to pass and completes it, and that'll about drive the nail in the defeat for San Diego. The catch made by 84 Buster Barnett. of Jackson State. Only his 4th catch all year, so that was indeed the element of surprise.
Buster Barnett taking advantage of a rather shocked secondary. They were expecting run, I think, as we were, expecting Knox and his coaches to go conservative in the final minutes of this game. But that will give them first down and some breathing room. A dejected sideline for the San Diego Chargers, and obviously Chuck Knox very happy, not only with an apparent win here, but with the loss of the New York Jets today to Seattle.
That's right. It would move Buffalo into 2nd place ahead of the Jets, only a half game behind Miami. And of course, a loss by the Chargers would drop them into 2nd place, tied with Kansas City, 8-6 behind Denver's 9-5. Here are all the scores today. Finals: Miami in sole possession of 1st place, San Francisco in a battle of 1st place teams winning, Washington upsetting Philadelphia, 3rd straight loss for the Eagles. Giants hand the Rams another loss, 10-7. Giants are 7-7. St. Louis is 7-7 after their win against New Orleans. 53 seconds, time being used. The Bears knocking Minnesota out of 1st place, 10-9. Green Bay dropping Detroit out of 1st place with a 31-17 victory over the Lions. Dallas wins again. Baltimore losing again, 37-13. Seattle beating the Jets for the 2nd time this year, 27-23 behind the rookie, or not rookie, but the unknown Dave Craig. They know him now. Tampa Bay, a big win over Atlanta, 24-23. I would guess that drops the Falcons out of any wild card berth, while Tampa Bay sole possession 1st place, NFC Central. Denver apparently will be in sole possession of the AFC West with that 16-13 win against Kansas City. And you're right up to date on all the scores. Here Buffalo leading 28-27, needs only to sit on it with 53 seconds left, and San Diego has used all of its timeouts. They're in that protect formation. Clock running now, and San Diego has no way to stop it.
Very frustrated defense for the San Diego Chargers. Missed some opportunities today, played well, Fouts over 300 yards, great performance rushing by Muncy, and yet the Buffalo Bills have done what they had to do today, which is to win this football game. Now they can control this season. They couldn't control what happened to the Jets. The Jets have managed to lose their last game of the season against the Miami Dolphins. And if both Miami and Buffalo win next week, it'll all come down to that final showdown on the final Sunday of the season.
Buffalo will be at New England next week and finish the year at Miami's Orange Bowl. Down to 8 seconds, and a flag goes down that'll stop the clock, but purely academic, as Chuck Knox is saying, hey, Isaiah Robertson, don't you dare get out into anything now. We've got a 28-27 win.
You certainly don't want to lose your cool at this point in the game. Another good thing about the game for the Buffalo Bills, actually for both teams, we have not seen serious injuries on either side.
Number 44 disqualified.
Pete Shaw has been eliminated from the game. In turn, San Diego now, while they're not out of the playoff picture, their chances become certainly cloudy as they drop a game back of the Denver Broncos, and they must win the last 2 to entertain hopes.
Well, certainly they have to hope now that the Broncos will drop one. And as we said earlier, if they win their last 2 games and the Broncos lose one of their games, San Diego still could win because of a head-to-head situation in the division. Not a head-to-head confrontation, but a lead in divisional wins against the Denver Broncos.
And Pittsburgh playing tomorrow night at Oakland after Cincinnati lost today. The Steelers with the victory at Oakland would be 9-5, only a game back. So it remains quite complicated.
It sure does.
And the Jets at Cleveland, that'll be our game next Saturday starting at noon. Remember, a Saturday game. Jets will be at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland. We'll be looking forward to bringing you that action.
Now that's your game day.
I might be making a long distance phone call or two. So the Bills are able to congratulate. It's just a matter of taking a snap from center. A frustrated, disheartened team last year in the playoffs, losing in the last 2 minutes when Fouts hit Ron Smith with a long touchdown strike to bring the Chargers from behind to victory, eliminating the Bills. They've come back to the same stadium less than a year later and win a very important game, 28-27.
Certainly our congratulations to Chuck Knox and to his staff and this team that has finally appeared to be getting things together at the time when you have to be playing your best football. And Chuck, who coached me in LA many years, said often, the time to play your best football is at the end of the season when you want to get into the playoffs and you need to have everything going your way.
There it is, the final touch of the quarterback, the final seconds. The Buffalo Bills, an up-and-down team. They had not won 2 in a row all year until today. That's their 3rd straight win as they put it together down the stretch. They'll go back home to Buffalo 9-5 and only a half game behind Miami in the AFC East. Meanwhile, the Chargers drop a game off the pace behind the Denver Broncos. It's a final 28-27 Buffalo. The Buffalo Bills never led until the 4th quarter when they scored to break a 21-21 tie, went on to win it 28-27. Following this game, most of you will see through the Magic Pyramid in progress, except on the West Coast, seen at its regular time.
Promotional fee has been paid to NBC by United Airlines. We serve more of this land's top 100 business centers.
I hear people screaming. Welcome back to our NFL 81 studios in New York. I'm Bryant Gumbel, and so the Buffalo Bills come up a winner over the San Diego Chargers. The final in that one, 28-27, and I could guess you could say we delivered the excitement in the late afternoon ball games, the second half of our doubleheader. Our 3 ball games had Seattle beating the Jets 27-23, the Bills beating the Chargers 28-27, and Denver edging out Kansas City by a final of 16-13. And what that does is it tends to clear up the problems in the AFC East and in the AFC West. In the West now, Denver alone at the top, leading by a game.